is to, the greatest thing we could possibly have is to put in mind that which we want to experience. But it's important for us to realize that we are the commander of that we're the ones that create our life experiences. So when we catch ourselves into this negative, conditioned mind consciousness, that it behooves us to, change it. Because every moment of the day, every situation we go through is our turn to define who we are. No matter what the situation is, it just seems like moment by moment, we have the opportunity to define who we think we are. And that decision is made sometimes on the spot. Am I a powerful spiritual being? Am I exercising the perfection of my divine energy? Or am I under the control? Am I absorbed by what's happening to me? Those are the decisions we make. But another thing that I thought about this morning is that it's not a done deal. Because we can change our minds, we can change our beliefs on the spur of the moment. We might say, I'm this powerful, wonderful being, and I'm in control, but then something else happens, and all of a sudden I'm a victim of the circumstance itself. We need to be consistent. I'm going to give you a story about that, which is kind of neat. It's about a doctor, and this story appeared in the Journal of American Medical Association. And it was about a doctor named Jane McAdams. And Jane McAdams wanted to talk about her mother. And her mother was born during the time of the Depression, and she was very frugal, and she didn't believe in waste. She was really that way. But her mother, though, astonished her doctors by creating an image of herself that surprised her doctors, who told her she only had 2 months to live because of her health condition. Astonished her doctors. Here's what she did. Jane decided she couldn't heal her mother as a doctor. It was terminal. But the least she could do was buy a robe and a gown, a nightgown, that she could wear at the hospital so that she'd feel beautiful and that it would make her feel so great. So she goes out and gets the most expensive robe and gown she could find. And what did she do? She gave it to her mom. Her mother looks at the package and opens the package and sees this real expensive robe and gown. And as you know, she's a very frugal person. And she says, I don't want this. I'd like you to take it back. This is not what I want. And Jane thought, well, she's frugal. She's born to, I can understand that. Then she takes this newspaper. On the back cover, she said, this is what I want. It's a designer purse, a summer purse that's a designer purse worth a lot of money. She says, that's what I want. Are you willing to get that for me? And Jane thought, my God, this is impossible. Why would she want something like in January? This is January, winter, it's snowing out. Why would she want in January a purse that you're not even going to be able to use in the summer because she'll be gone? Why would she want this? And Jane thought about it for a while. And then she came up with the thought that shocked her. She says, this is the way that my mother is trying to ask me how I feel about how long I'm going to live. Isn't that cool? How long will I live? It's the feeling that she'll give, that I'll give her. It was her way of saying. And being a frugal person, if my daughter bought this designer summer purse that's worth a lot of money, then by gosh, that means she believes I'm going to live through the summer. And what that means as a frugal person, I will live and I will enjoy it until it's worn out. Isn't that cool? When you see that power that we have to really create, because the story is not over yet. I mean, I always say, making this story as short as possible. It's too late for that. What happened was, Jane then wrote into that Journal of American Medical Association this. She said, many years later, that purse is no longer available, it's worn out, as is several other purses. And my mother will be joining me in California. She's flying out to celebrate her 83rd birthday. And I'm going to buy her the most expensive summer purse that I can find. And I know it'll be well used. Isn't that cool? Yeah. This is good. It sounds foo-foo. But there's enough of these stories that show the magnificence of the perfection of the divine. We don't have to be worried about using the word perfect in all, because we are perfect at the core of our being. And it's shown, it's magnified throughout the universe, throughout the thing. I'm going to close with another kind of neat story, which shows what happens when we change our minds. And this is, Bernie Segal told the story, which really is pretty cool. Because here's this lady who was told that she had this brain tumor, and she wasn't going to live very long. So in this desperation, she talked to her minister, and she says, I'm going to go to Mexico and get an alternative treatment, because that's what I want to do. And so the minister says, well, if you do that, let's imagine you as being totally healed. Let's visualize that you have this alternative medicine, whatever it is, and that you come back whole and complete. So she put that in mind. She self-imaged that. So she came back a year later. She felt so good. Now, she was supposed to live a couple months. A year later, she's feeling so darn good that she went back to work. She not only went back to work, she started driving again. She was feeling pretty great, right? This is good, self-imaging. She runs into her doctor, the old doctor, the former doctor that told her that she was not going to live. And he said, my God, he was shocked that she's still alive and breathing. And he was shocked. And he said, what happened? And she says, she told the story. I went to Mexico, got the alternative medicine, blah, blah, blah. He was upset. He said, that's nothing but quackery. And I can prove it. And you are wasting your time and your effort and your money. She accepted that. See how fast we can do it. One situation we're so strong and powerful, another situation comes up and we're a weakling and we're under the domain of something else. She accepted that. What happened to her? She was dead in 2 days. She died 2 days later. That's the control we have over our life experiences. And so in closing, we can say that we are blessed to have as our gift this idea of the perfection of the divine nature itself and our ability to create our own experiences. Bearing in mind that it's not only a blessing, it could be a curse. We need to do some mental engineering and make sure that what we're putting in mind is for our greater good. And say it will be loud and clear, and so it is. We got through this.